family. So I want to talk to you today about Clever, how that's going to help you navigate some of the apps that students are going to be using during this remote learning situation, and as well kind of how to navigate some of the things using the iPad that makes it a little bit more unique than having a laptop for our kindergarten and first grade students. So the big thing to think about with Clever is it's kind of like an airport. This is how we describe it to the kiddos. In an airport, you would go to the airport and then there's tons of terminals, and you get to those terminals to get in a plane to go to your destination. Well, Clever is our airport, and the terminals are all the different apps that we want to get to. And what Clever does is it kind of houses and it takes care of all of the usernames and passwords for many apps that we use. So apps like ST Math and Lexia have unique usernames and passwords, but our kids never have to worry about that. Once they get into Clever and then they click on ST Math inside Clever, it will bring them to start playing ST Math. You will notice though on the iPads that there is an ST Math icon or a Lexia icon. Yes, they are there, but we never want to click on those. That's not how we're going to play or use those applications. So the other thing you always want to make sure that you have handy is your child's Clever badge. If you lose this, you can ask your child's teacher and they will be able to get you another one. But what you can do, if you don't want to have to wait to email them, is I take a picture of my child's Clever badge and then I can just hold up my phone with the image on there and it recognizes it right from that. So good tip, take a picture now because we know they're going to lose them. All right, so with Clever, you're going to make sure that you find the Clever icon on your child's iPad. It's going to be helpful for you if you move that icon to the front page so that they're not scrolling through lots of different pages of apps, because every iPad that went home, depending on the classroom, has a different set of apps that were downloaded onto that. So you're going to click on Clever. When you click on Clever, it's going to access the camera, and there is a little screen or a little button, that you can press so that way it shows the camera facing down instead of the camera facing out towards you. And that's helpful. And you can put the QR badge down on a surface, and then your child can just hold the iPad over the badge and wait for that little ding sign and the big check mark to come up, and then it's going to bring them to the Clever page. Once you are on the Clever page, you want to make sure that you look for and locate your child's name, or you want to teach your child to look for their name, and just double check because they may have gotten their badge mixed up with a sibling's badge or something may have happened with the badges. So they always just want to check and make sure that it's their name that is on there. And then another little thing to be thinking about is every time you go in and sign into Clever, it's going to create a new tab in Safari. What can happen is all of these tabs stay open, and then it kind of messes up the system a little bit. So there's a couple things that you can do. Every night, you can teach your child to X out of those tabs when school is done, or you can go into settings. You can scroll down to Safari, and then once you're in Safari, you're going to want to choose Clear History and Website Data, and that will take care of all of those as well if you ever kind of run into issues where Clever doesn't seem to be loading. Another thing too, when using Google Classroom and Google Meet, it's going to look different than when you use it on a laptop. You're not going to get the same kind of add-on features with the hand raising and things like that, and you're going to have to kind of have some other apps on there to use Google Slides and things. So just keep in mind that the iPads aren't going to look exactly like things do when we use them on laptops. I hope this helps kind of navigate some of the things that are coming out in the beginning of this school year. And as always, if you have any questions or any issues with like Clever type stuff, you can go to your classroom teacher, and if they can't answer it, they will send you into the right direction. If you're having hardware issues with any of the devices that you took from the school system, you can start a help desk ticket with IT, and they can help you with any of those situations. So I hope you have a great first couple weeks of remote learning.